Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. We're skipping the usual agenda today because we are jumping straight into the fascinating, complex, and honestly, highly physical world of manufacturing operations. We're going to map out the exact digital nervous system that makes a modern supply chain tick step by step.
Have you ever wondered what it actually takes to get a fully compliant jar of granola onto a grocery store shelf? I mean, it sounds simple, right? You bake some oats, put them in a jar, and ship it. But behind that single jar is a massive hidden web of raw materials, precise financial costing, machine maintenance, and some incredibly strict environmental compliance laws.
To really make sense of how this all fits together, we're looking at it all in one platform called Biznsbook. Think of it as the digital nervous system for physical operations. Instead of using one app for your inventory, a totally different one for accounting, and some messy, bloated spreadsheet for state compliance, this system seamlessly connects every single physical action behind the scenes.
Okay, let's dive into this. Meet our company for today, Summit Co. They're a U.S. food manufacturer, and they turn raw oats and honey into their signature Summit Granola 12-ounce jars. What makes their operation so interesting to look at is that they sell heavily into California and Oregon. And if you know anything about those specific states, you know they have incredibly strict packaging responsibility rules that Summit absolutely has to follow to the letter. But before a single oat even hits the oven, we have to talk about money. Summit actually manages a kind of dual reality with their finances. Their raw ingredients sit on the books at a weighted average cost, which fluctuates as volatile market prices change. But their finished granola, that is tracked at a standard cost. Doing it this way allows their finance team to instantly see the variance between what they plan to spend and what they actually spent the exact moment a goods received note, or GRN, is logged.
So, picture day one on the receiving dock. Raw materials like oats and honey are rolling in from suppliers like Pacific Oats and Cascade Honey Farms, right alongside packaging supplies, PET jars, cartons from EcoPack, the whole shebang. But here is the critical detail. As these goods are received, they're placed into specific warehouses that are digitally tagged for California and Oregon. That simple little location tag matters immediately for future state compliance.
Now, what's really interesting about this setup is the idea of dual recipes. When Summit makes a batch of granola, the system isn't just looking at one single recipe. First, you've got the manufacturing bill of materials, or BOM. That's the food recipe, right? How many oats and how much honey go in. But separately, there's a packaging BOM. This tracks the exact multi-material footprint of the jar, the closure weight, and the labels. This dual tracking is the absolute secret weapon for their environmental compliance.
All right, time to actually make the product. Using an MES-like workflow, a work order is released to the floor. Raw materials are officially issued, meaning the ingredient inventory instantly drops in the system. Operators use the shop floor terminal to log their time, and finally, they complete the production run, which immediately bumps up the finished goods inventory. The physical action and the digital record are in perfect lockstep. But you know, the physical world is messy. Things break. Imagine a mid-shift jam happens on the granola fill line. The operator just logs a specific downtime code right into the terminal, something like DT Summit 001. By capturing this exact machine downtime, the system ensures that the factory's overall equipment effectiveness, or OEE, isn't artificially showing 100% availability. Managers are getting the real, unfiltered truth about their floor's efficiency.
And because that jam was logged, it kicks off a totally automated chain reaction. A preventative maintenance block, coded Summit 001, gets scheduled for the mix blender right away. Because the whole system is connected, this maintenance block shows up directly as a visual load on the drag-and-drop scheduling board. Planners can see exactly when the machine is down, which stops them from accidentally scheduling some massive batch of granola during a repair window.
Once the granola is packed and ready to go, the unified system really starts to shine on the sales side. There is absolutely no double entry here. When the finished goods ship to a natural foods market, sales invoices are automatically generated for California and Oregon. When the boxes are packed, carton tracking is confirmed. And literally, just by shipping the order, the system is silently feeding the state packaging flow reports in the background.
And this brilliantly illustrates the automation they've got going on. I mean, how do they know which boxes to pack the granola into without playing, a frustrating game of shipping Tetris? The system uses a first fit decreasing, or FFD, engine. With just one click, this cartonization engine analyzes the volume and weight limits of the order and automatically suggests the optimal shipping cartons, like the CT Summit Med. It standardizes the whole packing workflow instantly based on the product's packaging hierarchy.
Which brings us to the heavy compliance stuff. Because Summit packs shipped into California and Oregon, they're on the hook for extended producer responsibility, or EPR laws, like California's SB 54. But since they set up those packaging BOMs on day one, compliance just becomes a seamless byproduct of normal selling. The second the invoice is saved, the system automatically records the exact multi-material weight of the packaging placed into those specific states.
Just by doing their normal daily business, literally multiplying those packaging BOM weights by their sales numbers, the system is in the background recalculating Summit's total sustainability footprint. It breaks everything down into plastics, paper, and glass in real time, so they know exactly how much of their packaging is recyclable and exactly how much recycled content they're putting out on the market.
Then, when reporting time rolls around, the EPR compliance engine takes the wheel. Summit uses it to manage their active written compliance plans and collab directly with producer responsibility organizations, or PROs. They simply assign the flow events from their sales into quarterly reporting periods. The system locks the totals and spits out a ready-to-file 15-column CSV export. What used to take weeks of agonizing spreadsheet wrangling, now it takes minutes.
So the crucial takeaway here is this unified traceability. If a quality issue ever pops up, having this data linked is an absolute lifesaver. Using a lot trace search, Summit can pull up the entire genealogy of a product in a snap. They can see that on day 1, a specific batch of honey arrived. On day 3, it was blended into the granola. And on day 5, it was cartonized and sold to a specific store in California. It's a perfect, unbroken chain of digital evidence from the farm straight to the shelf.
So, I'll leave you with this question to ponder. If an auditor called your business today, could you trace your entire packaging footprint and your ingredient genealogy in under 60 seconds? When your inventory, your manufacturing, and your sales are all acting as one continuous digital nervous system, the answer is a confident yes. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I hope this really changes how you look at the operations behind the products we buy every single day.